Hi, it's Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I'm back with another Ask Me Anything about job hunting. I've got 8 questions I'm going to be answering today, and I hope you find this helpful. Let me go to the first one. Ready? So, question number 1. Since most interview questions are relatively the same, is it okay to go into an interview with pre-written responses? No! What are you, an idiot? You think they're going to ask you the questions because you have them written down, have answers written down? Or you think that they're testing you for reading? What they're testing you for is knowledge, and they want to be able to trust you. Competence is measured by what you know, not by what you read. And as a result, you have to be an idiot to think that they're going to sit there and have you read answers to questions. So, no, absolutely not. Question number 2. Why are algorithms used in job applications prone to reject 90% of applicants regardless of their qualifications? So this question basically tells me that you got rejected and you think you're qualified. They don't think so. Now you're assuming that an algorithm made that rejection. You don't know that for a fact. For all you know, a human being looked at your resume, started laughing, and hit the delete key. I must in all bluntness tell you, when I was still doing search, it was pretty typical for me to walk into my office on a Monday morning, the 200 resumes in my inbox, and of those, maybe 2 would be qualified. That's an even worse percentage than what you quote. I am telling you, people spam their resumes out. In all likelihood, you think you're qualified, you aren't. Question number 3. Why are some people different on face-to-face interviews versus a phone interview? Now, phone interviews are easier and harder than face-to-face ones. They're easier in that they can't see that you have your resume out. They're easier in that they can't see that you have notes out or that you're taking notes. They're harder in that they're not influenced by appearance. All they have is your voice to go by. And they can't see that you have little cheat sheets in front of you. So the in-person invariably is harder. Now, we're talking about a phone interview here rather than a video interview. Even with a video interview, they're easier than in person because after all, you can always put reminders around the monitor with sticky notes to remind you of some of the things that you want to talk about. Fundamentally, anytime a person is being interviewed in person, there's a greater stress level involved. And the habit is people don't perform as well in person as they do on the phone, where they're comfortable, they can be dressed as they want to, no one's seeing them, and they don't feel embarrassed. Number 4, oh, this is a great one. Do you agree with this statement? You don't hire for skills, you hire for attitude. You can always teach skills. I don't agree with that statement. You hire for skills and attitude. Catch that one. You hire for skills and attitude. And you try to hire the best people that you can because although they talk about you can train and teach skills, firms are discovering that the value of a well-skilled person is far greater than the person that they have to train. I saw a statistic recently that the value of an exceptional person is 7 times greater than the one that you have to train. So if that average person who needs to be trained is worth $1,000, the trained person, the exceptional person, is worth $7,000. Multiply that by tens and twenties, and suddenly you have real money there. So a $20,000 difference, a $20,000 a year average person is $140,000 in value. You get where I'm going here. You hire for both. You hire champions. You don't hire average people. Next question. How long does it usually take to get the offer after the interview process? After the interview, the recruiter we don't know if that's an agency or corporate recruiter, told me the hiring manager would call and give me an offer. I'm so worried. Do they really want to hire me? Why don't you believe what they're saying is true? Seriously. Has it been a week? I'd call them. I'd call and say, you told me I was getting an offer. Haven't heard anything from the hiring manager. What's up? And I'll just simply say, usually if you're told you're getting an offer, you're getting an offer. However, sometimes situations change from the time that statement is made, and maybe the greatest person on the planet has walked in their doors. Maybe they had a financial hardship suddenly, and they've canceled budget for a position. Call them if you're that worried. But if it was yesterday that you heard this, please take a deep breath and relax. Why do most employers require applicants to apply online and refuse to let them apply in person? You want to apply in person because you want to be interviewed. That translates into an inconvenience for them. They're actually trying to be considerate. They want to make sure that you're comfortable and it's easy for you and that you're at home and you're applying for the job on the same stinking application without dragging your butt to their office. That actually sounds like a good deal, but you want to be able to be interviewed at the same time you fill out the application. They don't want to do that. What they want to do is evaluate your application before they commit to actually investing time with you. Follow? Next question, next to last. Does working for a startup look bad on a resume? No. Now, if it's a startup, a retail store with no employees and no sales that no one's ever heard of before, it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't necessarily hurt you, but it doesn't help you at all. If you've joined a startup that's a recognized brand, it's great help. If you work for a startup, like I said, that no one's ever heard of before, neutral. That's it. Last question. Why is not sending a thank you email after an interview a huge mistake that can cost you a job you're about to get? Some organizations believe manners are important. They want to know that you're interested in the role. A thank you letter afterwards, from your vantage point, is a selling opportunity. You can sell yourself one more time in your credentials. From their side, it reflects manners and courtesy that these days is very hard to find. And they take note of this. If they're comparing the one who sent the thank you note with identical skills with the one who didn't, the thank you note's a tiebreaker. So understand that from their standpoint, they're looking for some differentiator. One of the things that they worry about is extending an offer that gets turned down. Why would you not send a thank you letter if you could sell your credentials again? I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this helpful. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a lot more there that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you find work more quickly. Schedule time for a free discovery call at the website, and you can also schedule coaching with me there. And subscribe to my channel on YouTube by clicking the small icon in the lower right or the picture of me in the upper left. You get notified whenever I release something new. Have a great day.